Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video I will give you an introduction to how far I come in Satisfactory, as well as my journey to where I am at this point of the game. This is the place I started up. I started in update number 7. It started with like the basic builds, pretty standard block. Here we can see what kind of items that got produced in this one. Also have had these conveyor belts down to our area where I had some storage space. It's actually the same thing on the back side as well. All the things that you can just go here and pick what you want. Yeah. Some of them is empty, but yeah. So I started with this one. After that I needed some more power, and the closest or fastest way to get power here is to expand the coal power plant. And I did that up in north of here. This is my second factory. It's basically the same kind of factory as the first one. Just as simple, just a little bit bigger. This was the way that I built factories from that time. I started in the first floor and just expanded upwards. In this one I actually have an elevator system as well. Used those hypertubes. Just pretty simple. The different things that got produced here. After I made the two first factories, I went to this place for getting some oil and stuff like that. This factory is also closed, since I basically don't need it anymore. I just haven't destroyed it yet, but time for that comes later. So when I started this factory, it was also powered by coal. After a while I decided to try make fuel generators. So the fuel generators is over there in the high building there with radio tower on top. You can go take a look. As you can see on the sign, you see all the different pieces that got produced in here. So we are going to the power tower. Oh, it seems it's up here. To the right. This is the power tower. It's pretty simple as well. Just 4 fuel generators in each floor. You can actually run all the way up to the top if you wanna. The things that got produced in here were transported by train to another place, because after I built this one as well, I needed to move to another place again. So here I had all the storage room for all the previous stuff as well. The first place where I started was around here. The second place were around here. I got the starter factory, second factory, produced all kind of stuff and items, and those were transferred down to this place, and I transported those as well to this place over here. So here all the items from the previous places comes as well. Everything got loaded up in this train station and then moved to my fourth base. And my fourth base was around this area, in the middle of the map. So I took all the items with me, so I didn't need to start all over again. Here I found out that my train couldn't go all the way up, because it stopped midway and started to back down again. So I needed to make these halves on the side, so the train could get enough speed to go up the next section again. And I needed to do the same up here. It's not the prettiest train track, but at that time that was the best idea that I could come up with, instead of rebuilding everything. So what we can see here is my factory number 4. It's not completed, and the reason for that we will come back to a little bit later. This was actually meant to be a factory which produced everything and collected everything. But I got some hiccups with the train going in here, because I collected over 30 different items into a train with the 10 wagons. So there was some bottlenecks and stuff which didn't make it perfect, not at all. So what I did then, I decided to build the ultimate factory another place instead. Main entrance for the factory is actually down here. It was meant to be here. This is the train station, and this is the sorting system. This is the storage system. This should be the main area where all the items should come. That's why there's so many containers here. Here I got my little pet. Well, after building this, I had spent almost all my power, so I needed to build a new power plant. I decided then to try and make a nuclear power plant, so let's go and check that one out. Not that complicated. As you can see, I can also need some finishing touches on this one as well. It was mainly for producing some power. I have also all the reactors up and running. The nuclear waste is going back here. To begin with, I made nuclear waste storage space back here. It's not that big because everything is being recycled. And it's being recycled back here, and it's basically getting dumped. Producing plutonium fuel rods, which is basically just dumped into this sink. After this, I wanted to try to build turbo fuel power plant, so we can go and check out that one. I believe this is around 150 fuel generators, which is using turbo fuel. So let's go inside and see how it looks inside there. Okay, so back to the reason why I didn't finish factory number 4. I was at a stage where actually were thinking about maybe I should start a new game just to make things a little bit better. But instead of starting a new game, I actually started on a new place instead. So I decided that maybe I should start in Desert and see how that was. So let's go to Desert and see what I build there. What do they say? Is it all good things is 5 or something? So the 5th factory, maybe that's a little bit better. I was thinking that I wanted to build like one factory where I had everything I needed and where I produced all the items in the game, basically. So that was the reason why I chose to build a new factory. Here is my final factory. This factory have 2 entrances. The one is the road that leads into the pyramid, and the other entrance is up on the top. You need to climb the pyramid to get inside if you want to take the top entrance. This is inside. Pretty massive. All the bits and pieces is being produced in here, and it's transported to the middle, and it's collected and being transported upstairs to the storage area on the top of the pyramid. Here is the top floor. It's yeah, it's not that pretty. It's practical and not necessarily build perfect yet, but it functions. Here I got all the items being produced. Together with this. The cool thing about this factory is that it got drones. So it got one drone for each item being produced. So wherever I am, I can just pop a drone port and I can transport in all the items that I need. That makes it fairly easy to, when I'm going to expand and build somewhere else, I can just pop in the items that I need, so it's almost like playing on creative mode. Let's go down into the pyramid again and we can take a look on all the items being sorted and transported up in the middle. The factory itself is kinda huge, so I'm not going to go in and give you a tour on this one in this video, but we can do that later if you want to. So this is how it looks like inside. I've saved some space because there are going to be updates later when they give us some new content. So then I have some spaces where I can expand my factory later. Here we can see how all the items is getting sorted. All the overflow goes into sinks. There are probably better ways of making these sorting systems, but I wanted to make it visible because I think it's a little bit cool. So I have 3 of those, one here, one over there, and one on the other side. This is the Christmas workshop. I was a little bit disappointed about the snow machines. And I connected it with the factory. Yeah, you can move freely inside the factory. This factory is neither totally completed. It's a work in progress. But yeah, it's fairly huge. At this stage, I was around 75,000 in power. I wanted to build a new power plant, and I had some experience with both nuclear and turbo fuel, so I decided that I wanted a new turbo fuel factory or power plant. So I decided to go to the only places where I had some oil left, and that's on the West Bank over here. So this is my newest power plant. It's something I will refer to as power ships. Before I built it, I googled power ships, and I saw that this power plant ships actually exist, so there was where I got the inspiration from. So on the right side you see one ship, so it's a ship where we produce a lot of turbo fuel. The turbo fuel ship is actually fueling those other ships, which is gas generator ships. So I think those two power ships together produce around 75,000 power. I think it was around 320 gas generators. But yeah, we can go over there and take a look. As I said before, according to the drones, I use them here because I need a lot of resources when I build this. What I can do here, I can just click on this one, and I can just, if I need concrete for example, I can just pop that concrete down here, and I can just send it here. And I can do the same with all kind of resources. So if I need, for example, plates, iron plate, you can do the same with iron plate, and basically all the different kind of stuff. So here you can see some of them, and I got 30 more. So I can just transport in all the items that I need to build stuff with. And all the different items is then transported from the pyramid you saw before, and over to where I need it. So what you can see here, this is kind of like a little support factory. I need to make this one a little bit better later, finish it up. Planning to build like a nice harbor here, so it looks a little bit cooler and blended with the ships and everything. So here is the first container ship, or turbo fuel ship. This is where we produce the turbo fuel. Yeah, on this ship we actually produce around 1,600 of this heavy oil residue. We produce 800 fuel. As you saw when I was flying in as well, we also import 1200 sulfur and 1200 petroleum coke. And that's because this is not everything about this ship. To see the rest we need to go inside, because there are actually some production going on as well. So if we go down here into the bottom floor, we have a lot of blenders producing the turbo fuel. Here we produce around 585 turbo fuel each minute. No, excuse me, it's 585 times 4. So if everything run perfectly, it will be around 2,400 turbo fuel altogether. But as you can see, not all of them is actually running 100% perfectly, but yeah, anyway. So all the turbo fuel is then transported to the back of the ship, and it's being pumped up there. and that is actually kind of almost like a gas pump, but a little bit bigger one. As you can see here, it's going up here into this giant gas pump, and that is actually fueling these two ships. Tried to like make it so it would look a little bit messy, because I think that was cool. So here is the power plant ships. I was actually thinking about having 4 floors up, but I figured out that that would be like, it wouldn't look any good, because then it would be just too high. So I decided to build one more boat instead. So I had 2. But yeah, this is also fairly big. It's a lot of fuel generators. But as you can see, I have enough power. 150,000. And that's good. I could also make this a lot better, more details and stuff. It's also possible to go into the control rooms of each boat. Here as well, I could build like a lot of more details. I could use the display signs to build like a control panels and stuff like that, but I haven't done that yet. But it's possible. So that's the power ships. Yeah, so the game for me at this stage have turned into a little bit more of a train simulator, because I'm building these train tracks all over the place and working on the infrastructure. The plan further is to actually try to collect all the resources that is in the game and transfer it up to where I have my main base. So that's it for this video, and see you later. Bye bye.